everyone, welcome to our CAPA-NoVa event. 欢迎大家来到我们 CAPA-NoVa 平台。Before we have the speakers tonight, I just want to take 1 minute real quick, introduce CAPA-NoVa. CAPA-NoVa stands for Chinese American Parents Association of Northern Virginia. 中文是北美华裔家长协会. We are a non-profit organization. We started back in 2021, and over the past 4.5 years, we have delivered more than 1,000, free events for the community, and a lot of them are repeated programs. And one of the main series is the speaker series that we have for our business partners. Tonight is going to be another special event. We have Coach Alice, who is the founder of Impact Speaking Academy. And I'm sure pretty much a lot of people in our audience know Coach Alice already. She is a remarkable educator, and over her guidance, her students has blossomed so many different ways. And tonight, we also have another amazing coach, Coach Konstantza. Is that right? Did I pronounce it right?
Konstantza.
Konstantza. Yeah. I heard about you from Coach Alice a couple of days ago, and the amazing achievement that your students has reached. And not only that, yourself is a gold medalist for the gymnastics. Again, congratulations. And I'm so glad you're here. And I know tonight is going to be a very special program. Without any further ado, I'm going to give the stage to Coach Alice. She is going to be the host for tonight's program. All right, stage is yours, Coach Alice.
All right, thank you, Yan. Welcome, good evening, everyone, and a very special welcome to our one and only Coach Konstantza. My name is Alice Guo. I am the proud parent of Joy Nakvanet, and it all started. Oh yes, hold up. Joy has something to share. This is where we're going to use to introduce Coach Konstantza. So it's actually all started some 30 years ago, believe it or not. When I was in college, the first year I was picked to be on the gymnastics, rhythmic gymnastics team by a coach. I never had an experience before. So after 4 years of rigorous training and 1 extra year after I graduated, because I was asked to stay on campus as a faculty to teach, I had a wish back then. I thought one day if I had a daughter, I would definitely send her to do gymnastics. And then fast forward and across the land ocean on the other side of the world, many decades later, that was 2013, like 6 months after Joy was born. I had a bunch of students coming to me for public speaking, training, confidence, expression, performing, things like that. And one of the students' name is Shannon Xiao. And when she came, she was shy, very reserved. And but after just a few months to a year, she blossomed, and she wrote me a letter later on, said that I'm the one who opened her parachute. She came out of her shell. But when now she later on, she was doing all the gymnastics, performances everywhere. So I had a wish again. I said, if my daughter is 3 years old or 4 years old, I'm going to send her to Shannon's coach. And then fast forward 11 years. That was last year, thanks to one of my excellent friend and also parent of my student, Victoria's mom, Li Yao. She helped me remove all my mental barrier about, oh my God, driving to Woodbridge, I might as well drive to Mars. It was just like I could not. It's not because the distance that bothered me, because I always knew as a coach that the longest distance I will ever travel is the 6 inches between my ears. It's my mind. The reason is because I already found my Olympic. I say again, my Olympic. But it might not be Joy's Olympic, but I picked it, which is multilingual classical training. All the different languages and classics and writing, become the greatest thinkers, philosophers. I had this dream for me, for Joy, for my students. But girls have their own dreams. And I did not want to admit that. I knew Coach Konstantza for 12 years, but I chose not to tell Joy because I figure too far, too time consuming, and we're too busy for this. I have no room on my plate. But God has a plan. He said, hey, you want to make me laugh? You make a plan. So Joy kind of got us to this because Liao was referred to this event, and this coach, Coach Constanza, and then they loved it. I knew because Victoria was always zooming in with me in class after training. She was exhausted, tired. Usually she spoke a lot during the class, but while she was on the way home zooming. So I knew all about it. I just didn't mention to Joy. And then Liao once said, hey, I will pick up Joy and then bring her back. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. So I asked Joy. Joy said, yeah, I want to give it a try, of course. So the rest is a story. So since last year, I had my reservations because of distance, because of time commitment, and also because I have students and my son, you know, I just felt like spread thin, the family, other family challenges. But still, I think Joy was determined and she kept trudging forward, and she changed a lot during this last few months, particularly in her routine, her motivation. And I can tell for the first time that this is something that she wants to do. And the motivation comes when if she was tired, she would say, no, I'm not tired. If she was sick, she would say, no, I'm not sick. I want to go training. If she was in pain, she would tell me, no, Mom, it doesn't hurt. So I can tell there is a big transformation in her, not to mention during the competition, because originally I said, we just practice. We're not going to go contest. So we just maximum, do minimum, the minimum are required, local transportation. Okay, two times, that's it. And then she did well. She said, can I try more, Mom? Okay, so we try to get a different competition and 2 regional competitions later. I mean, she did well in her routines, in all her competitions, and she loved it. She didn't care if she won. If she didn't win anything, she would still have enjoyed it. And that's when I started waking up. I said, okay, maybe God has a different plan for her. And then Coach Konstantza called me. That kind of confirmed my suspicion. So I would like to say this is almost like a wish coming true after 30 plus years. Yeah, 35 years. It's crazy. I don't want to think too much about it, but when I thought about it, I'm thinking, wow, I had this wish in 1988. That's how long ago. And 12 years ago, I had the wish too. I just didn't act on it because other things took priority. So I would like to say, it is not just the sport. Like I wrote this morning, it is not just the athletes. It is not just the coaches. It is not just the medals. It is not just winning and losing. It's not just the sweats and tears. It's not just deliberate practice. It's not just team spirit and individual efforts. It is not even the artistic expression and execution. It is not just the summer camp she and I are going to host together. It is not even about the Olympic. What it is it is about meeting the best self and unleash the God-given gifts within along the way. So it is about the classic journey since the beginning of mankind, which is climb that impossible climb and meet the best you. So I have been taken back by the storms swirled up by Lena, by Victoria, by Kailin, by Joy. And these are our impact speakers. Also awesome dancers from Liang Hong Dance School. I understand the magic of seed sowing inward before they express them outward and seek upward. So before you are a doer, you are first a thinker. The greatest thinkers have left behind a rich legacy of classics. So Coach Konstantza, a rhythmic gymnastic coach, and I, a classic coach, would join hands in the pursuit of the super minds and the super athletes. So thank God that our two parallel universes are finally clashing and converging. With that, I'm going to introduce Coach Konstantza. So as you guys already heard, I never met her until last summer when the gymnastic world families held a picnic, like potluck party together. And I heard a lot about her from Shannon's mom and the various students' parents, like another Alice school. It was also your student, and April, because they were also my students. And then from Liao, of course, Lily, Sophie's mom, Nancy. And so I know that Coach Konstantza was a super athlete when she was young. She still looks young. But when you're even younger, you're an excellent athlete and the recipient of a presidential award in her home mother country, which is Bulgaria. And she won a lot of international competitions. She has trained great athletes. Her own daughter is a super athlete, and she's a proud grandma. I wish I looked as good as you are when I have grandkids. And so she's an awesome coach. She understands the ins and outs of the being an athlete, what it entails. So there are a lot of other things we want to share about her, but I'm going to give the podium to Coach Konstantza to say a few things about your experiences, your vision for these girls, and for the future athletes you're going to train.
Hi, my name is Constanza Popova. I'm originally from Bulgaria. I was invited to compete for USA for aerobic gymnastics, which transfer after rhythmic. And I moved to California, competed for USA for 2 years. And then at the gym that I was practicing, the head coach just decided to retire and leave me the program. I was 22 years old. With taking over a whole program in gym in California. That gym had many national team level athletes, not only for rhythmic, but for artistic gymnastics. A couple of them went to Stanford. And yes, that's how I learned the situation in United States, how to deal with this culture compared to Bulgarian culture. And my biggest vision for kids is first to enjoy what they do. In my country, all time, we love the sport, but not always enjoyed it. Here in United States, I wanted kids to enjoy, still be able to study, still be able to learn many other aspects of life, not just gymnastics, but also when they are at practice to be very effective, efficient, and still learn and be successful. And I coached in California for 5 years. I became one of the coach of California, for the coach of the year of region of California. And then I married, moved to Washington, D.C., and start my own gym. 17 years we have Gymnastics World. My daughter, I opened the gym for my daughter. She became a national team member as a Hope Division, which is at 13 years old, and stayed there for 5-6 years until she graduated. I had also the youngest ever youth elite squad member in the United States. Her name was Haley Bonanti. They were all elite athletes. I had Shanna Shaw. She was contender for Youth Olympic Games for United States. So I have a lot of experience.
That's great. So I heard that Coach Konstantza, you're opening a new location in Chantilly and in August, and you are inviting an Olympic gold medalist to train in your gym. Can you share with us more information?
Well, the vision for the new location in Chantilly, I decided to call it Skills by Gymnastics World, because I think skills is the most important in everything, in life, in sports. So in this case, in rhythmic gymnastics, we teach a lots of skills, not only body skills, but mental, how to handle things. So I decided to call this gym Skills, and we will have, we're officially gonna open in August. We will have a guest coach from Bulgarian national team, Olympic medalists, to do a summer camp for us, to do our girls' routines, which they're gonna be, very interesting, more innovative, something new, not what is done here in United States. And I always look for something more unique, also more modern. I'm very modern in my vision. And yeah, we're all perfectionists.
No. So over the years, you've coached so many girls. What would you say the biggest 3 benefits or the strength builders for the girls in this sport, like how they handle stress, balance with their school?
Yes, I would say definitely I can see they learn to manage their time better, to be very efficient with the time they have. Achieving their goals, I would say it's something that drives them to push forward and work hard. I love the fact that the kids, once they love what they do, they don't give up. I don't like once they don't achieve something, they just decide that's not for me and I quit. I have so many kids starting really with no potential of learning split, and then becoming with over splits and national champions. This is like the smallest thing I can say. It's just to have a split. So I think just perseverance and pushing through, I think teaches them a lot, teaches them to not give up and to be tough mentally.
I know for the Chantilly location, for summer camp, do you require any previous gymnastic experience, or 0 experience is fine too?
Well, we'll have a different group, so 0 experience is fine. We split the kids. We'll have a different sections and different stations for every level. So yeah, no experience is okay too. We will teach them.
Okay, great. I know rhythmic gymnastics is usually for girls, but I also know your husband, Coach Ibsen, is artistic coach, gymnastic coach, and aerobic gymnastic coach. So that means boys can also participate. So do you anticipate that he will also teach at the new location so we can attract boys?
Definitely, we'll have classes there. He's actually he attend Olympics too. He's from Brazilian national team. So he will teach many of the tumbling skills, acro skills, boys, definitely aerobic gymnastics. This is another outlet for kids that don't have necessary enough time to spend in the gym, but they also can get to international level and represent United States, which in a resume for a college or university looks great. So we are the we are the only one gym in United States who brings internationally kids for aerobic gymnastics so far.
And speaking of international, and also I have a infatuation with languages. So I'm curious, how many languages are in your household? So I can imagine Bulgarian, Russian, English, Portuguese.
Portuguese, yep. And my son takes Japanese because one day he wants to study there.
Ah, great, because I know Japanese. Oh, I went to Japan a few times.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So we can have a lot of skill. I don't think I will, if I'm 30 years younger, I will learn gymnastics, but I think I passed that time. So I'm gonna stick to languages. So and how about because before August 4th is the camp. Now, before that, you still have location classes in Woodbridge. I know it's a drive for most families, but during summer times, maybe the carpool arrangement, like Liao offered for me, maybe we can help out. Maybe there are, I think you mentioned about some free tryout classes. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, whoever comes with the reference from this meeting, we can offer free tryouts in the Woodbridge locations. Whenever we move to Chantilly, I'll also offer a free trial. But yes, whoever wants to just try it and have a feel of it, the sport, we will offer those classes in Woodbridge location as of right now. And starting August, we will offer some of those in our Chantilly location too.
Great.
Also,
Now
I wanted to mention that this sport is a great base for even if they don't compete, for dancers and any other athletes, just to build some type of a skills, confidence, even if it's just a flexibility or conditioning. This sport is like a good cross training for many other activities.
Speaking mostly for kids, but if you ever offer adult classes, let us know, because Yuyan also teaches yoga.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's move on to the sharing part of the agenda. Do you see this? Do you see what I share?
I don't.
Not quite yet. It's
Huh?
like it's still loading.
It says loading.
Yes.
Okay.
Or it's not showing.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see it on my end.
There. Yeah. Now it.
There it
Yeah.
is. Okay. All right. So here is a little sharing from Joy. She just did it today. Okay, talk about Coach.
Joy, can you share your gymnastic experience? Good evening. I'm Joy. I want to talk to you about something magical, something powerful, something that combines athletic skill, flexibility, sparkly outfits, and the occasional flying ribbon attack. I'm talking about rhythmic gymnastics. People think it's just dancing with props, but it's more than that, particularly when I got tangled in my own ball routine and rolled off the mat like a human burrito. But when the clubs landed on my nose squarely, ouch. I love rhythmic gymnastics because it's not only graceful, but also enables us to bend in ways that makes pretzels jealous. I started training with Coach Konstantza last summer. She's the queen of saying, again, for the 49th time in a row. She's the pointed toes tyrant. She can spot a bent toe from across the room. Coach Konstantza is the best. She pushes us, believes in us. She pushes us to be strong, confident, and just the right amount of again. And let's be honest, without her, we'd still be trying to figure out which hand holds the ribbon and which hand holds the snacks. Thank you.
She's
So
not
lovely.
she's sleeping. So that's from her part. So she told me, without Coach Constanza, I don't know which hand will hold the ribbon, which one will. Okay, all right. I think Liao has something to share, Liao.
Sure. Hi everyone, Lia Wan. I'm also a proud parent from the gym with Coach Konstantza. My
A
daughter.
very proud parent of a superstar.
Thank you. And my daughter Victoria started training with Coach Constanza about, I want to say, 23 months ago. I can even show you guys the video when she started. Her body coordination and skills are just like very rudimental, and you can close to barely anything. And Coach Constanza pretty much just taught her everything from scratch. But I'm glad that we made the choice and dedication to drive, because ever since I feel like she just like really enjoyed the sport so much. Every time when I say, Victoria, do you want to like take less class? You're going 3 times a week. That's a lot. She'll be like, I want to do 4. It's so fun. And I spend so much time with my friends. We enjoy time together. And whenever I say, Victoria, why don't we just have one less private class so you can get some rest? She would be like, why? I need to go and I enjoy it. So that's the kind of experience Coach Constanza opened for my daughter. And I think beyond just the success in the sports, of course, that's part of the journey. What I think for me, the biggest benefits for my daughter is the mental toughness training. For girls, like in this United very competitive environment, and I do feel like typically they would be smart, they do well at school. They don't really get the chance to challenge their mental strengths in a way that's as tough as what rhythmic gymnastics provides you. Every time when they go to the competition, in like 1.5 minutes, they need to be the only one in a giant carpet holding the entire stage, trying to impress 4 to 6 judges by themselves. And every tosses they make, whether they fail or not, that's a way for them to know I have to hold myself and I can't rely on others. I only have myself. And there are no other sports I'm aware of truly give them that kind of a big stage and to let them train themselves. And it's also a great avenue for them to fail fast. Because I can tell you, like, enjoy speech, you guys can probably tell how many against Coach Constantza says to girls every day. But it's just a kind of perseverance makes them feel like they want to get better. They want to try the potential that they never thought about it's possible, right? And when they worked hard over the years, they make it happen. And when Victoria started, she was a Excel Silver, which is like you can consider that like entry level, first year level, like amateur level rhythmic gymnastic level. And the first year when we met Coach Constanza, she put her in a competition program at level 5. And then this year, she jumped a level to level 7, and she still get like the very good, like a top spots in 2 of the routines in the nationals with 6 states together. That's the kind of the magic that Coach Constanza creates to girls. Like it doesn't matter whether you have foundation skill or not, right? She just like have a magic wonder and go through the girls and completely transform them. That's what we see and observed during the past years to my daughter, to Joy, and to a lot of amazing kids from our gym. And the best part is I do feel like the friendship the kids build through this journey is priceless. Like I don't know about other gyms, but in our gym, girls are so sweet to each other to a level that they talk with each other all the time. Whenever if someone fails, like they will just all come together and say like it's okay, let's go together. And that kind of support and friendship, it's so deep in a level that they feel like they're the best friend to each other. And when they go to competitions, like there's no real internal competition in our gym. Our girls are always cheer for each other, wish for the best for each other, and support each other, right? That's the kind of environment I want my daughter to be in. It's full of love and support, full of encouragement, and challenge each other to get better and go to all the fun events, have fun together, right? That's the kind of experience we want our girls to have. And the funny part is, after so many weeks of like hard trainings, the girls also start to kind of joke around, and they also are doing like a play dates, birthday parties together outside of work, right? They made lifetime friends through this fun sports and fun journey. That's kind of a side benefit I never expected, but I'm so grateful that it all happened because of the amazing gym we have been going together. And thank you, Coach Konstantza.
Thank you, Liao, for
Thank
your
you.
wonderful sharing. And Liao and I, we were joking because Joy and Victoria, they grew up together, right? And also Lina, Kathleen, they just grew up together through the classical readings, public speaking, competitions, performances, dances, everything. It was like their life overlap of each other. They're on top of each other all the time. And Liao, because both Joy and Victoria said that they will open a law firm when they grow up. I'm like, why? They need to debate a lot in court, I guess. But they said because the gymnastic, Liao said, oh, I can see them open a champion law firm. So it's a wonderful camaraderie. All right, let's move on. I have a few other parents who I think Karina's mom, Serena.
Yes, hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Welcome.
Welcome, thank you. My name is Serena and I am Karina's mom. We started going to this gym only a year ago. Liao approached us. We used to go to a different gymnastics place together before, and then Victoria and Aubrey left and came to Gymnastics World, and we just continued to stay here, but we kind of didn't do anything anymore because the coach got really sick and she didn't do anything else anymore. And then at some point Liao approached me and she was like, don't you want to bring Karina and try here and see if you might like it? And at first I was like, what, 4 hours 3 times a week? I mean, this is way too much. I don't think Karina could do this. And I'm like, how can the girls can do that long? And she's like, well, it's not like that. It's not so impossible, and the girls take turns and it's fun and they enjoy it, and it's just a great environment. And at first I said, okay, let's do a tryout, more so to kind of see her friends because she really missed Victoria and Aubrey. And I'm like, okay, let's go and you can see them and you can try out. Then but we didn't really think that we were gonna do it, go all the way to Woodbridge. And Karina tried out and she's like, Mom, I really like it and I really want to go. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what are you gonna do to me? And so I'm like, okay, let's do the carpool and see if it works, it works. If not, then we'll just give up. And the very first week she would come home and she would be so energetic. I thought she would be exhausted. And she's like, Mom, I can do another hour. I'm like, what? Like, you for real? She's like, yes, I love it. It's so nice. I'm like, okay, well, I guess this is for you. So we just continue. And she never says, I really don't want to go today. Like, at the other place she was saying, well, can we skip today, or can we? But this is just, she loves it, she enjoys it, and I could see lots of progress in her. Like Liao said, at first, her skills and everything were very, very beginning like, and now I can see more and more graciousness and just, flexibility and better skills. And like Liao said, Coach Konstantza is definitely a really, really great coach. And all the other coaches over there, Coach Helena, Coach Brianna, Karina always talks about all of them, and she really enjoys going. So we decided to keep doing it. If she likes it, she wants it, then we'll keep doing it. And yes, the friendship she builds there are amazing. The environment, it's like a really, really great place for her development, not just physical, but also mental. And we just love it. We as a family love it too. And yeah, this was the right place for her, for sure.
And she's moving closer.
Correct. Well, not much closer, actually. It's just about 5 minutes for us. It doesn't really make a huge difference, but yes. But it's okay. We'll still do it because she loves it. So yeah.
Yeah, I can second that, Serena. Joy is the same thing, because I'm thinking the girl left like 3 o'clock, didn't come home until 9:30. A wonderful parent, Nancy, is helping us carpool because I have a lot of students after school. I can only drive on weekends. And I don't remember once Joy came home, said, I'm just so tired, or I don't want to go. She's always so excited. I'm like, what coolie are you drinking? You need to be in bed by now, not like celebrating New Year every night you went training. But she loves it. I think Coach Konstantza definitely has the magic. I also think, like Liao mentioned, so the team is what the families make of, right? So the camaraderie, and Liao is the key point because she's like the fireballs here and getting everybody super organized. She tells you where to go, where to pick up kids. You're like, okay, I got everything covered. Oh, okay, I'm gonna just execute her instruction. So I think she is a very key point for a great cheerleader. And then I know once I'm on board, it's the same thing. It took me a while to get out of the rut. I'm like, what? We're driving to another planet. Because part of me thinking, in my mind, I'm a super coach. And now I'm become a super driver. It's like, okay, what can I do? But with all that said, I think it's worth it because I can truly, particularly the last 2 months competition, I see all the girls. I mean, it's not much about winning, because when we went there, every time I say, Joy, are you having fun? I'm having fun. She didn't care. If she lost it, she would have had fun too. And that's what I enjoy watching. I'm like, this is for real. She didn't really care, but she was having so much fun. And why can I support her? I said, okay, I will get over the fact that, okay, I'll become a super driver on weekends. So we have wonderful experience, and we want to share our national treasure, Coach Konstantza, with the rest of the community. And I think with great camaraderie, great coach, great program. And I'm also going to join force to support this, to launch a rocket, because I think kids with a super mind, they can do incredible things. And we want to see Coach Konstantza's gym to reach new heights, to go to the places I know she has big visions, I can tell. So we're gonna be the wind underneath your big wings, okay?
Yeah.
All right, let's see who else. I don't know. Lily. Okay, Lily, go ahead.
Hi, hello. My name is Lee. I'm Kaylin, Lena's mom. Both my girls are training with Coach Konstantza. So we started about 2 summers ago. My girls were dancing at another dance studio, and one of their friends started training with Coach Constanza for about like 3 months. And then within that short period, I can see the differences in her lips, the way that she danced. So we're like, oh, where did you go to another place to train? How did you improve so fast? And then they told us about Gymnastic World. So we scheduled a tryout with Coach Constanza, and my girls responded with her right away. After the first lesson, they were like, oh, Mom, can we sign up? I also want to go to learn rhythmic gymnastic. I have the same concerns because we live in McLean, and then the gym is in Woodbridge, is like 45 minutes drive. So I was
In good
little,
days.
yes. When I take the express lane. So I was a little hesitant. So we started out as a Excel. So for the parents that don't know the system, so there's two different way that you can approach. One is you can stay as a in the teams, like you can compete in levels, level 5, start with level 3 and level 5, and going all the way to level 10, which is the national team. But you can also be more recreational, like you can stay at Excel teams. You don't have to go to the gym 3, 4, 5, or 6 times a week. You can go like twice a week. So we started out with that. My girls will go 2 days a week, like usually Friday night and Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon. So I think that most family can manage. That's how I started out. And then I can see they progress really fast. And then sometimes I stay at the gym and watch how they train. I like that Coach Konstantza strive for perfection. Not that they can do a leap. Their legs need to be straight. Their toes need to pointed, and they do they make the move really beautiful. And then I can see that my girls really progress really well, and then they start competitions as Excel bronze, which is like the very beginner level. And then they did well. After each competition, the judges will give them like give them scores and then see where they did well, where they didn't well, where they can improve. I think that's the benefit of going to competitions. It's not just compete with other people. It's more like compete with see where you can improve to get better next time. And then the following year, my girls, they want to do more, like all the other kids at our gym. So now we are going 3 times a week. My older girl is in middle school, so you can imagine the homework suddenly increased by like at least doubled than elementary school. But I think going to the gym 3 times a week really taught her how to manage her time well, so she can stay ahead of all her homework and also go to training and then stay competitive at her team in her team at her level. I think that's one thing that I think gonna benefit her moving forward, as she will have more homework at high school, and then to balance her sport, her music. She's also playing violin and also doing gymnastics. And also Coach Konstanza is very supportive. She knows that the kids has other interests. So when my kids going like competitions, violin competitions or debates, she will allow them to make up at a different time at the gym. So she's really flexible and really supportive of all their other interests as well. Yeah, and then another thing is I want to mention is going to competition. As Liao mentioned, they have 1.5 minutes on the competition floor doing tosses and then catch their toss. Sometimes they miss. Well, most of the time, at least for my girls, they can't catch them, but they need to recover really quickly. They can't just dwell on, oh, I didn't catch that, oh, I missed it. They need to recover right away and then continue their routine. I think that's teach them how to deal with failures and how to proceed, how to moving forward and complete their routine. That's also something I think will benefit them for their lifetime. The parents talk about the girls are really bonded with each other. Sometimes when they practice in the gym, after they finish a routine, other kids will cheer for them. And they also cheer for them at competitions. Even more important, they are also cheering for other teams because they know how much effort each athlete put into to catch that toss, to do that turn perfectly. So I think that also shows true sportsmanship. I really appreciate that Coach Konstantza gave them the opportunity to see a different world that they didn't experience before.
Thank you.
All right, with all that, Coach Konstantza, no pressure for you. No. All right. So, any comments, input from your side, your perspective?
I just want to thank all of you guys, parents, for the support. I feel like we are one team, coach, athlete, parent. We all have to be on the same page to get the whole puzzle all together. I want to thank you for trust. I think trust is number one. Without trust, it's really hard to pursue something in the highest level. And I also want to thank you guys for educating your kids and discipline them well to respect adults. These days, this is very hard. I have a gym. We have more than 250 kids in the gym. And I do see certain kids coming from, certain families, their education and their discipline is really great.
Right. Great. Thank you, Coach. I want to also open up to see if anyone have questions or any parents that zoomed in that I didn't know of. If you have any questions, please either send through the chat or just turn on your camera and then we can ask you. While we're waiting for that question, I am just summarizing something real quick and then also get Yuyan's input. As you know, great minds think alike and birds of feather get together. So we attract certain type of people and those people will spend most time become who we are or we become who we hang out the most. Yuyan is one of those souls on the planet that I truly admire and feel close and resonate. She serves the community. And as soon as I mentioned to her about helping Coach Konstantza promote such a great program among the Chinese community, she said, yes, sign me up. And then I might even go there and wipe the kids' snouts off their face if needed. But I just want to say, because CAPA-NoVa has a vision of bringing community together, bringing the best out of our children, our families, and also sharing, spreading culture merits, right? Because we learn from the West, and there are some certain culture traits, not unique to Chinese community, but very dominant. For example, Coach Konstantza just mentioned the discipline and also our focus, attention on education. Chinese parents are almost, I wouldn't say 100%, but probably 99.9% focused on the kids' education, the sacrifice. We are just more willing to work hard and put up the fight and sacrifice a little bit more than some other cultures. So I think that is something that we're proud of. It's a great heritage we have, we're proud of. And if we can share that with many other communities, right? To be the walking examples for the meritocracy, meaning you work your way to be respected. You don't say, give to me. We actually work to earn respect. I think that's the culture trait. And then in sports, it shows. So Coach Konstantza stands for perfection, excellence, perseverance, technique, beauty, grace, all those things. And again, and again, and again, never give up. The drilling into the kids that strong spirit. I think, and then from my point of view, I always believe everything comes from thoughts. From the thoughts, it become words. From words, become actions. From actions, become habits. From habits, become a character. From the character, there you go. That's your destiny, your fate. So it starts from the mind. Champions are made first and foremost in their mind first, then in the gym, then in the Olympic, right? So so I just think it's a great combination where we're just going to the same goal from a different direction and different from a different angle. So that's why I feel, plus our kids, our girls are powerful. They are the glue that connected all of us. So I just want to mention that as a shared vision, why we can be at same place at same time sharing this with everyone is because we do have a shared combined vision, super minds, super athletes, and spreading the community, building up the kids and families. So Yuyan.
Yeah, Coach Alice and Coach Konstantza, thank you so much. And I just want to tell all the audience, you are here. Just witness the two big superstar coaches in our local area. Both Coach Alice and Coach Konstantza, they are just simply amazing. One builds mind, one builds body. And together they build a spirit. And what I feel is for so many of us, the Asian families, the Chinese families, we're so focused on academic and math team, science Olympiad team, but we sometimes tend to ignore the physical side. And what I want to tell you is Shannon Xiao, who was mentioned by Coach Alice and also Coach Konstantza, we know her really well. She was one of the TJ students, and she was selected for the U.S. Olympic team. And what's amazing is even though she, I believe she did she qualify? I forgot. But anyway, she went to Stanford.
For the whole events, and she's a Pan American champion.
Yeah, yes. And again, what I want to tell you is a lot of this kind of experience is not something that we can, dream about in our life. It's you have to be in the right place with the right team, with the right coach, and not only just like Lee and Leo has said, the experience, the bonding, the all those friendship that they have accumulated over the years, but also the experience traveling all over the place to see the world, to be with the top athletes, the best in the world.
You are right. I forgot to mention that we travel so much. We see so many different cultures and cities, and this really brings the kids in a different perspective life.
Exactly.
Just a quick funny story that when you're in a national team, they have a psychologist evaluate the coach and the athlete if they match together. And out of the whole United States national team at that time, passing through all the tests and everything that we had to do with Shannon and the other coaches, Shannon and I had the top match.
Wow! No wonder she was so brilliant.
Yeah. It's just because you talked about it. I remember. So we were psychologically the best team match between coach and athlete.
Yeah, I'm good friend with her mom, and both are very heavily involved in the communities. And but anyway, I just want to say for everyone who are here, you are in such a super luck. Witness the brightest and the greatest, the coaches, and again, for the Asian parents, don't just focus on academic. I want you to understand. This is the life skill. this is the life treasure. Not a whole lot of kind of summer camps could possibly give you this kind of enrichment. And Coach Konstantza, I just want to ask you two questions. One is the programs. Can you tell us a little more, for the different ages, and what's the typical minimum age range, or to what the oldest, so give us a little bit more perspective for parents who never had experience in this field.
Yes, we have a different structures, different classes. We have a recreational program. Usually kids we get as early as 4 years old. And we move through the classes. There is like a 1 hour class you can take once a week or twice a week as a beginner. Then after I evaluate them, I have a program that calls Little Stars. This is for girls between 5 and 6 years old that after I evaluate them, if they want to go to a track towards the team levels, then we have a special program for them. And it's maybe like 1.5 hours training twice a week. If they're up to for a little bit more training, we can do 2 hours if the kids can handle. But we will have many different ages, even as a recreational. And usually, again, I'm very flexible with hours, but 3 times a week for, a couple hours, then it becomes a team. We 6 to 7 years old, I'm still like in a beginner levels. They can do twice a week, 2 hours. So it really depends of their desire. We have different options. We have more competitive option and a recreational option, which active lifestyle is very good. Also, when they're older, they release stress with that. So we do have classes for that too. I have different instructors, but particularly if we're talking about team or starting in a young age, I put them in a different, we call Little Stars, and then we go pre-team, and then this is evaluated by me.
Okay. All right. Very good. How do we contact you? Do you have your contact information right now, or you can share with us?
I don't have it right now, but if anybody who searches Gymnastics World in Woodbridge, all my phone numbers, emails are there. Everything comes to me. Eventually, soon we're gonna create a new web page and all the new names for the new gym. So we will share that with you.
All right.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, very good. Yes, thank you, Coach Alice and Lee. Please help the audience put Coach Konstantza's information in the chat box. And for everyone, just want to let you know, as long as you mention CAPA-NoVa to Coach Konstantza, you get a free trial. So that's another great benefit as well. Yeah, Coach Alice, go ahead. And I know Leah was raising her hand.
Yeah, I just want to add one point there. I know Asian parents, especially Chinese parents, care about like a academic excellence a ton, right? I want to be very clear, although our kids spend a lot of time on the spots, but they never had any trouble making them like top students in the class, right? So like in their gym, we have high school students, they have GPA of 4.6. So when the kids talk about those things, I was like, Victoria, see, that's your role model, right? Like they does this gymnastics all through high school. They have 4.6. So as long as you do it, I will be happy. So like our kids are really doing well, both from academic and the sports. And I do feel like it helps with each other, right? And also builds the character, builds the spirit. And I have not seen a sport actually you do left and right hand coordination this much like rhythmic gymnastics, right? Because you have to almost balance two sides all the time. I have a theory that helps with brain development, and I can see the results through Victoria. So just want to share that. So no worries about school excellence. They will do great. Just this is a add-on spark in their life in addition to academic excellence.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Leah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take us home since we're at the point to conclude our meeting tonight. I just as a testimony, I would say, to be I wasn't even a professional athlete, more like amateur athlete, but on the college competition level. That was 30-some 5 years ago. Now you know my age. Now, I felt those 5 years in gymnastics training actually built a lot of confidence in me. And later on in my life, it helped me professionally, helped me when I was speaking, because whenever I spoke, I had more body language to express naturally. It was very confident, natural to me to express myself. And it helped me when I was competing for a few international speech contests as the only person who spoke English as a second language. I think later on in my life, when I'm getting old, I want to feel the passion of life, the move. I joined the dance team. So I just felt it kind of added, not kind, but definitely added a lot of color, dimension to my life, and the confidence level, the expressiveness, the moving through age gracefully. So a lot of things I benefited. Just, I started at age 18. So I think this is a sport that, in my mind, anybody can start, right? As long as you're not 58. I think it's always a good time to start. But for Coach Konstantza's gym, it is the minimum age is what, 4, and then moving up. Starting August. So thank you, Coach Konstantza. Thank you,
Thanks so
Yan.
much.
Finally, all the greatest people around me are converging, meeting. So we're gonna make this great.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
wish you all the best. Thank you,
Good
Coach.
night. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Good night.
All right.
Good night, everyone.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.